Alright, so that was way more stressful than it had to be, but the Vancouver Canucks escape with a victory over the Chicago Blackhawks in a shootout and improve to a 3-2 record. The Hawks are a young team, they're fun to watch, and they have a very good future ahead. But let's be honest here, with the amount of chances that the Vancouver Canucks had in this game, it would have been viewed as a disaster if they lost this game. Even though they were on the second half of a back-to-back, I was pretty happy with their effort as the game went on. But man, how many posts did the Vancouver Canucks hit in this game? I can think of about 4 off the top of my head, including the ones in the shootout. In that overtime, I think the Canucks had the possession for about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But I do have to hand it to Spencer Knight and the defense of the Chicago Blackhawks. They were actually pretty solid, so good on them for that. A lot of people are talking about the disallowed goal in the third period from Tyler Bertuzzi. And look, while I could see the frustration, you can't touch the goalie's pad when he's in the blue crease. That's just the rules. And keep in mind, 20 seconds before this happened, Connor Garland was in the offensive zone battling for a puck, and he was tripped by Tyler Bertuzzi, which went uncalled. And that was a clear trip. So if that gets called, then the disallowed goal doesn't even happen. But it's a bunch of ifs. I mean, no hate towards the Hawks when I say any of that. This is all on Kelly Sutherland. I'm not a big fan of that ref. He always tries to make the game about himself with all the stoppages randomly throughout the game, talking to the coaches and huddling with his fellow referees for no apparent reason. He does allow a lot of games to kind of lose control, but I guess it is what it is. Kevan Lnkinen, I have to give him a shout out. He was an absolute beast tonight to step in as the backup goalie and put up that sort of a performance. It's why the Canucks have such a great goaltending tandem, one of the best in the league. He was the Canucks backbone. Anyways, let's jump into the game, starting off with the first period of play. Hawks off to a good start with some early pressure. They get a power play, and it's Andre Burakovsky backdoor to Ryan Donato, and he nets it in to make it 1-0 for the home side. Lnkinen then gets run into by Tyler Bertuzzi, no call. He loses his stick, and after that it's Tyler Bertuzzi who gets on the end of this puck here and puts it in with a minute to go to make it 2-0 for Chicago as we end off the first period of play. Bedard with a clear slash on DeBrusk puts the Canucks to the power play, and on that power play the Canucks get one back. It's Jake DeBrusk on his birthday who bangs away at it, and it slowly floats over Knight and into the back of the net. 2-1 game. Then crazy sequence, Pettersson over to Mancini, good chance. Right after, Bedard gets himself a breakaway, but Lnkinen with a great save, and then it's the Calder Cup champion line with Max Sasson getting the goal here. Nice pass from Phil Hronek, looks off Knight and Sasson, man. 2 goals in 2 games. What a legend, and we're all squared up at the second intermission. In the third, it's Crevier here, hits the top of the crossbar on this breakaway. Then Garland, great work on the boards, feeds it over to Hronek, and he wastes no time with the shot. Spencer Knight, though, gets across and makes the save. Then the whole disallowed goal situation happened. We talked about that. Long story short, they called the goal off, they challenged it, and they failed on the challenge. So Canucks to the power play, and they had so many chances, but they can't bury it. Elias Pettersson is so unlucky to not have a couple of points in this game, but he just cannot buy one. So we head to overtime, and in overtime, Boeser hit the post, but right after that, he gets this in-close chance here, and he gets stopped by Spencer Knight at the doorstep. Pettersson then decides to turn it up, makes a couple moves through the whole Hawks team. He was right there trying to tuck it in, but he just can't get it by. Very unlucky, but great to see Pettersson turn on the Jets there. We end up needing a shootout to decide the game. In the shootout, first up was Teuvo Teravainen, stopped by Lnkinen. Pettersson up first for the Canucks. He waits out Knight, but he just can't get it by. Very unlucky there. Connor Bedard gets stopped by Lnkinen. Garland narrowly misses on Knight, keeps it 0-0. Then it's Frank Nazar, but it's Lnkinen who stares him down. Jake DeBrusk with a chance here to win the game, but he hits the underside of the bar, so close. Fourth up for Chicago, it's Ryan Donato, but he is unsuccessful in his attempt. And then Brock Boeser comes in, and after all of the misses in overtime, wires it by Knight and wins the game for the Vancouver Canucks. They take it 3-2, go 2-0 to start off this road trip. Fantastic stuff as they come back from behind in both games, and now they have a really tough task against the Washington Capitals, one of the leaders in the East last season, on Sunday at 9:30 in the morning Pacific. So I will see you then. Thank you for watching this one. Give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you are new around here. Peace out and take care.